Hello guys, welcome back, and today we are going to be focusing on the last part of this series, which are the most fun tanks to play from tiers 8, 9, and 10, starting at tier 8 right away. Let's get right into it. Now, surprisingly, and for those who want to gain some credits, the Mauerbrecher and the equivalent VK-168, which is exactly the same tank, are actually quite fun, even though they're slow. Then we have the Rheinmetall Skorpion, but you have to be careful because you're going to get detected easily. Obviously, the Object 252U and the other equivalent, the Defender, which is exactly the same tank. The 50TP prototype, very good armor, very reliable gun, 10 degrees of gun depression. If you like going hull down, the Strv-81 and the Primo Victoria, exactly the same tank, but with different crews. Like this one has 4, but the Primo Victoria has 5, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Panzer 58 Mutz, very good sniper, accurate gun. If you're lucky to have it twice, well, that means more credits and more XP once per day if you are dedicated to training your crews very quickly. The Kampfpanzer 07RH that shoots every like 4 seconds. Totally awesome. Great fun to play. Then we have the E75 TS. Now I'm talking about the fun tanks to play, okay? Jagdtiger, which is basically the Jagdtiger at tier 8. Great armor. If you play it hull down, you're an absolute beast. Kanonenjagdpanzer 105, very good. The Rheinmetall Skorpion G is exactly the same as its counterpart. Nothing changes. Let's see. Moving on to the Russians, because that was just the Germans. Wow. LT-432, obviously if you want to be a good scout and you want to bounce some shots in case you get spotted. T-54 first prototype. Object 274 A with an amazing turret. I believe the turret is 220. Well, not amazing, it's good. Let's see. These are old tanks, but they are still okay, but not exactly fun to play. Great fun to play is T-44 one-turreted. I believe that everyone will agree on this. KV-5, if you know how to set it right and you make it as a rammer while using improved hardening, modified configuration, and of course turbocharger, and you add removed speed governor and food, running food, and with your driver, with the classic skill of, what's the name of that ramming skill? Let's go see that right now. Oh, my driver is Klaus Kellerman. I can't remember which one. I believe it is, hang on. Let's take a look at this. Controlled impact. Yes, controlled impact. If you combine the weight of the KV-5, the speed, this skill, controlled impact, together with the other two that I mentioned, improved hardening and modified configuration, you could kill a mouse with one ram. And I have done it, guys. I've done it. I've actually done it. Okay, so Object 703, great fun, double penetrate. IS-6, quite old, but still fun if you know how to angle, even though the turret is not so strong. IS-3A, much better choice. Actually, scrap the IS-6. The IS-6 is not fun to play anymore. I'm sorry about that. Scrap that. Obviously, ISU-152 if you like to camp. T-103 hybrid. This is something between a tank destroyer and a heavy. It has a okay turret of 220. Rotates 360 degrees. It's quite mobile. It's not bad. One of the best tank destroyers in the game, if not the best tank destroyer in the game. The Su-130PM. I believe content creators will agree with me on that. This tank is not only fun to play, it's also a very good tank destroyer. And then we have T-92. great scout, quite good, fast, reliable. 10 degrees of gun depression. We're not going to go hold down on it, but you know, small, nimble, etc., etc. Now, if you want to have a lot of fun with, like, how can I say, a machine gun, use this, the M26 Pershing, with the stock gun and improved ventilation, gun rammer, and of course brothers in arms. And you have, guys, a reload of 2.6. Running food. 2.6. You're not doing damage, but you're the guy on the enemy team is like, what the fuck? What's his reload? How can he shoot so fast? How many? Is he? The guy on the enemy team is going to think that you are you're an autoloader. Yeah, the difference between an autoloader and auto reloader is that, for example, the Škoda T27 is an autoloader because it has a clip and you have to unload the clip, like the Somua SM. It has a clip of 5, you have to unload, and the Lorraine 40, which by the way are fun tanks also. But other tanks like the Italians, like the Progetto, for example, the famous Progetto 46, which has been in the game for quite some time, that's an auto reloader. It reloads between the clip. You don't have to empty the clip. Well, you can empty the clip, but you don't have to empty the clip before it reloads. That's the difference. Okay, another great tank to play, which is still competitive, even in the meta, the T26 E4 SuperPershing, without the shadow of the doubt, one of the most trollish tanks, with one of the best armors in the game for medium. T25 Pilot I do not recommend because it's old. There's nothing great about it. TL1 LPC, no, even though it has a great look. Armor is crap. Turret is not strong. No, I do not recommend. T42, no. Patton, no. Iron Arty, very good tank. This thing has everything. It has decent mobility, good gun traverse, decent gun reloading at 9.29. Alpha is not bad at 320 average. Could get up to 400. Very good turret at 330. All around a great medium tank. Great tank to play. And a hold down beast. ASTRON Rex only if you want to snipe. The same as AMBT, only if you're planning on sniping, even though the AMBT has a great turret. This tank is quite old. It's called the Mutant. The M6A2E1. Quite decent armor, not bad. Hull 181, 229 on the turret. It's a little bit old. A little bit outdated, but it's okay. Of course, the Terminator, T830, one of the greatest tanks in the game. I love this tank. The Chrysler K, which had Sir Foch rage quit from the CC program. We all know the story. If you don't know the story, go Google it. Sir Foch rage quit about the Chrysler. Basically, his rant was that this thing had no weak spot frontally, and right, and even the cupola is very small. It's hard to hit. Frontally, this thing is a beast. It has no weak spots. There's also the equivalent of the Chrysler Girlfriend, but I don't have it. T2065, still competitive, even though it's not that great of it, but it shoots every 6 seconds with the 230 Alpha, and it trolls you. Renegade, still good, still fun. T34, you are slow and you have a good turret, but your armor is not great, and anyone will go through it like butter. Only if you know what you're doing and you're a hold down beast, then it could be competitive. T28 and T28 prototype, I don't know. Good tank destroyers, but not fun to play. Fun to play is a TS5. One of the greatest tank destroyers in the game. The only one that could, well, not the only one. The only one which I like playing more is the, obviously, the Su-130 PM, Russia. And what have I forgotten? Yeah, classic. Let's see. Oops! Oh no. Okay, whatever. I'll fix that later. Wow, I took 98%. That was stupid. Okay, I wanted to put something else. No problem. So, the ELC, even 90, and the Panhard are fun to play. The M4A1 Revalorise has above average penetration. It's not bad. Good damage. Not bad reload. Good gun depression. Now, this shoebox is, some people say it's crap. Other people say it's mediocre. Other people say it's great. Personally, I can make it work. And I'm thinking about actually making a video of showing you guys how to make it work. For me, you can die easily. You're huge, but you are fast. You are nimble, and you can be very how can I say this? Influential on the battlefield if you play it right. Of course, for the lovers of dishing out damage, you have the Bat Chatillon, which is small, fast, not so accurate, but okay. Another tanks which are great fun to play, Lorraine and Somua. Lorraine with 4 shots, if I remember correctly, and Somua with 5. These are auto loaders, as I explained earlier. FCM-50 basically is a medium tank trapped inside the body of a heavy. Unfortunately, this tank is outdated. But when it first came out, it was very competitive. You couldn't side scrape or anything with this because you get penned like everywhere. Your armor is horrible, but you can still make it work today if you know how to use it as a medium tank, and the medium tank is a support tank. Okay, AMX Canon d'Assault, amazing accurate gun. 8 degrees of gun depression, quite good. Good frontal armor. If you get penetrated, you're going to bounce a few shots, but don't count too much on that. And then we have the Centurion Mark 5.1 RAAC with an amazing turret. If you're lucky enough to have the Chimera, then okay. If not, well, Carnarvon, good hold down beast, as well as the Carnarvon Action X. I'm gonna make, now that I saw it in my garage, I'm gonna make a video of the worst tanks in the game. I'm not even gonna mention the name because I hate that tank. I considered it the worst premium tank in the game. I'm not even gonna mention the name. Chasseur, fantastic if you know how to make it work. An autoloader with 4 shots. It can dish out some serious damage, but unfortunately the DPM is low, with only 1.6k. Wow, that's even with Brothers in Arms and improved vents. That's ridiculous. Okay, moving on. 122M, great fun to play. T-43-3. You notice that most of these are premium. The tank that everyone's complaining about, and I understand the reason, because it has turbo, it has good armor, it has ridiculous damage, and it could do more damage than most tier 10s. You could literally do 900 plus damage with this if you get, you know, the RNG plus 25%. That's another 60, around 190, probably even more. That's ridiculous. WZ-120, very good tank destroyer. STA-2, very accurate, 10 degrees of gun depression. You're not going to bounce shot with this, but you'll be running along at average of 50 to 55 kilometers per hour on the battlefield, and you will be just shooting them left, right, and center. They won't even know, like, when did he get here? I don't know, when did he go there? What the hell? Skoda T27, the most amazing gun handling I have seen, maybe on any tank in the game. Maybe. Skoda T56, arguably one of the best tier 8 premium heavy tanks in the game. Autoloader with 2 shots. The only negative thing about it is about the 24-second reload, which I find to be ridiculous. One of the best snipers in the game, with a very fast reload of mine has 4.48 seconds, which is okay. Anyone can get this with BIA and gun rammer. The problem with this one is that you're going to be detected a lot due to the low camo. The camo sucks on this thing. Totally sucks. Guys, look at that. With everything taken into account, stationary vehicle not firing, 44.43%. That's good. Once you fire, it goes down to 8.8. Wargaming, are you kidding? If you're moving, 17.64. Moving and firing, 3.49. Everyone's going to see you. Everyone. And at tier 8, where everyone's view range is like a minimum 400 meters, 430, probably even more. Anyway, you have to be very careful when you're playing the Czechoslovakian tank destroyer, the TVP-100. The CS-52 is still competitive, still good. You can still play it with today's meta. I love it. One of my favorite tanks in the game, the Lance and C. Tormwagen, don't even bother. It's a very annoying tank. Just go play it and you'll be convinced. You see why I hate it. The UDES and the Stritzvan S1 are amazing snipers, very accurate. The P44 Pantera, which I haven't played yet, but I have seen many people play it, and I know that it's good. It's also it becomes an autoloader later on. Let me see. 2 shells in magazine. Yep. That's strange. If I remember correctly, I've seen people shoot 3 times with this, or is it because... Well, whatever. I haven't played it, so I cannot. Of course, one of the most OP medium tanks in the game, due to the fact that it's fast, accurate, and it's an auto-reloader. Man, this thing is just troll. Total troll. The Bisonte C45, and that closes the tier 8 tanks in the game. But to be fair, I will have a look at the tech tree because I do not have all the tier 8 tanks in the game. I just want to make sure I don't want to do injustice to any tank. Okay, let's see. Whatever. Okay, the Vipera I do not recommend before I go to the tech tree. Let's go to the tech tree. Let's see. Tier 8. Which ones are actually fun, and I know that they are fun. Nothing here. We're not talking about good tanks, we're talking about fun tanks. There's a difference. Oh, the ISM. Is the ISM fun? No. It's hard to make it work. T44 I haven't played, so I do not know. Neither have I played the Object 416. I haven't even bought it. So let me know in the comments below if those are good tanks or are they fun tanks. Tier 32, I actually have it on discount. Okay. Let's see. French tanks. Nope. Well, maybe the MX-50-100 because it's an auto-loader. Let me see. But why bother when you already have the Schwa? Support heavy tank. Basically the same as the Schwa, okay? Follows the same category. Let's move on, because I don't want to make this video very, very long. Let's see... China... I haven't played the BZ-166. Why bother when you have the BZ-176? Someone told me that the Woozy 132 is actually good. Okay. No, already covered these. Let's see. TVP-VTU, I think it's also a fun tank to play. Moving on to Poland. CS-53 is also fun. I know that it's fun. already covered this. The UDES starts becoming good at tier 9 and 10, not tier 8. It's not very competitive. It's okay, but it's not competitive and it's not fun. And last but not least, Italy. Of course, and I forgot to mention this, the tank destroyers are good because they have very good armor and they are fun to play. I've seen many people dominate on the battlefield. Okay, so this finally closes tier 8. Now let's go to tier 9. Not much to say here. Kunzi Panzer. Minus 15 degrees of gun depression, can be a good sniper, like all German tanks. Sorry, Germans. T55A, fun to play, okayish armor. What else? I haven't even played this, and most people say that it is crap. I'm probably never going to play it. I don't want to play tanks, which Warmake Gaming doesn't give me forever, so forget about it. IS-32. I've actually played this. I love it. It's good. And I love the double penetration factor. And of course, I haven't played these tanks ever since Wargaming introduced the 6th Sense for free. You can tell because I have that little thingy up there saying that I have an extra skill right there. See? Means that I haven't played this tank in quite some time. I've played this. Okay. So, sniper tanks. Sniper from the Russian. K91. 8-second reload and 390 alpha is quite good. This tank is fun. I remember playing this tank. This tank is actually fun. AE Phase 1, hold down beast. T95, not exactly fun to, well, yeah, it is fun to play, but as long as you know which gun you are going to use, because, of course, the stock gun sucks at 105mm, doesn't do jack. I believe the second gun is the best, because it has low reload, quite low, 8.7 is okay. Compared to the last gun, yes, you have 750 alpha, but you are shooting every 18 seconds. What are you, KV2? Come on. Come on, get real. One of the greatest artilleries in the game, which is super fast, probably the fastest high-tier RT in the game, is the M53, M55. Yes, it shoots every 22 seconds plus, but in the meantime, you're running around the battlefield, changing flanks, which is very easy to do, especially when you are running at a speed of, let's take a look, with no turbo, 56 kilometers an hour. Really? Wow. And I have nothing on it in order to improve my speed. Nothing. This is the base speed when you of course, when you upgrade it. And as I've showed in my previous videos, always use the stock gun. Because basically, at this tier, you're not doing damage, especially when the tanks are superly or heavily armored. You are stunning them. That's your objective, to stun your opponents and make your comrades' life easier in hitting them, and you get bonus for when they shoot tanks which are stunned by you. Makes sense, right? What can I say about this? Someone tried to make a hybrid of the Tomwagen and the Panhard and the Skoda and the T27 and something else. Annoying tank to play. I do not recommend. I do not recommend. Only it can work only in certain situations. Char Futur, fun to play. Very good tank. Same as the Cobra, if you have patience, and you can literally annihilate enemies with this thing. You can just annihilate them. If you shoot them and you hit them 4 times, they are just destroyed. Tortoise, great fun to play, although it is slow. This is better than its bigger brother, the Badger, in my opinion. And now, my all-time favorite high-tier SPG, the FV 3801 British SPG. I love this SPG. I love it. After my Leffy, this is my favorite. And third in place, the M53, M55. The Sexton one is way down the list. It's good, but I'm talking about favorites. I just love this artillery. If you see me on the battlefield, and because I never use an anonymizer, prepare to get stunned. I will troll the living shit out of you. Okay? This thing shoots at less than 17 seconds. Look at all that. Pudding and tea, bounty ventilation, bounty rammer, loading mechanism tuning modification, and brothers in arms. You're screwed! And with a stock gun. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm going to be shooting you every 17 seconds. You are going to be stunned for a minimum of 12. So basically, you're going to get to play the game for 5 seconds. Sorry. Sorry, but this artillery is great fun to play. If you use this, let me get this out of the way. If you use this setup, you are like, wow. Wow. Let's see. Streets 1K. The good thing about this one is that it actually makes bonds. You see this right here where I'm pointing my mouse? Right here? See here? This means that this is a non-tier 10 tank which makes bonds. Well, actually, it tells you that it makes bonds. I know that it's tier 9 because it says it is tier 9. Duh. Okay, and now let's quickly go to the tech tree. I don't want to do injustice to the tanks which I don't have, but I know are good. Let's see. E75, very good. As well as the E50. These are fun tanks to play. Leopard. I actually have the Leopard. Why didn't I mention it? I forgot to mention it. It's okay, I guess. Okay, now let's see the tanks that I don't have, at least on this account. T-54 lightweight, one of the most amazing light tanks in the game. Basically, it's a medium inside the body of a light, and it's nimble, it's fast, it's heavy, it can ram, it can troll other light tanks, it can dominate on the battlefield. It's amazing, and it hits hard. T-49, quite good. T-30, yeah, quite good. Let's see. EBR-90 if you want everyone in the universe to hate you, but it's fun. Of course, the same goes for the EBR-100. Let's see. No. I haven't played these tanks, so I do not know, even though I know that the Woozy 132A is great fun to play. Let's see. Type 61, yes. Great fun to play. Skoda T50 and TNH TZ51, both are fun. Polish C59 and 50TP are great tanks. Emil 2, better than the Emil 1, lower reload, fun to play. Suzvan 103 and UDES 16. And last but not least, let's go to the Italians. Of course, the Tank Destroyer, of course. Progetto 66, I heard that it's better, actually better than the Rosharonte, and it's fun to play. And of course, the Standard B. Oh, it's the Standard B that has the 3 shots. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I was confused. I always get confused between the Standard B and its younger brother, the Pantera. Yeah, okay. This is the one that has 3 shots. That's why I got confused. Great. So this finishes... What the hell? This finishes... Tier 9. Let's move on to Tier 10, finally. Now, the mouse is fun if you want to troll people and you know how to angle your turret. Gorilla 15, great sniper, great fun. Jack Pizda, as Skill likes to call it, is not exactly fun to play. I wouldn't call it fun to play. Although the skin is awesome with that. Wait, let's show this a little bit better. Look at that, guys. Isn't that amazing? This is one of the most amazing skins I have seen. That's a Panzer Shrek. Isn't that a Panzer Shrek? And that's an MG42. Wow. I think that's an MG42. I'm not sure. But that's a Panzer Shrek for sure. These are German helmets. Wow, this is awesome. I love this skin. This skin is awesome. Anyway. One of my favorite tanks, quite outdated but still fun to play, is the T62A. And of course the Object 277. Now, if you're lucky enough to have an Object 260, you know that you have amazing armor and you can be quite competitive on the battlefield. I've only played this once and it was a defeat. That's why it says 0 down there. Surprisingly, I hated this tank. It took me a long time, a long grind, sweat and blood to get it, and I hated it. I just hated it. It's just that I hated it because it's just too damn good. I mean, this is the type of tank that when you play later on, you have to go to hit the shower. Okay? Object 261, you're gonna love it. Patton, M60, better than the Patton in my opinion. AMX 113, 105. Le Foch B, I will shoot you 6 times and you will be dead in seconds, mon amour. But then again, my big brother will come here and he will shoot you 3 times and he will annihilate you even faster. Oh, this thing hits hard. Really hard. Let's see. Badger. Fun. It's okay, but slow. 121B. And let's move on to the tech tree because the other tanks I do not... Well, okay, the WZ 111 5A is also fun to play. But let's move on to the tech tree very quickly. Okay, E100, great fun to play. E50M, Leopard 1. I do not recommend the Rheinmetall Panzer, whatever that shit is called. It's not a good tank. Let's see. Object 268 version 4 and Object 268, of course. Russia, what do you expect? IS-7, IS-4, Object 430U, T100 LT, arguably the best light tank in the game. Non-wheeled, by the way. Non-wheeled. T123, my favorite tank destroyer. I love it. T124 is not that great fun to play. I do not recommend. T125 is very good. T57 Heavy, if you know how to play as a support heavy. And then EBR 105 if you wanna spot people in 5 seconds and want the entire game to hate you, at least 15 people to hate you, meaning the enemy team. Super Conqueror, Centurion Action X. I haven't played the BZ. I haven't even gotten the BZ58, so I don't even know. Guys, let me know in the comments below. Are these tanks fun to play? I know that they have the turbocharger because I've clicked on them and I've seen the preview. Where does it say? Yeah, right here. See? Jet boosters increasing the vehicle mobility, just like the the Premium was introduced. But if you guys know, tell me if these vehicles are actually fun to play. I've never played them. I don't have them, as you can see. I'm showing you even how many tanks I have. STB-1, one of the best tanks in the game, if not the best. Not even, probably even better than the Leopard 1. And let not Klaus hear me say that because he's gonna hate me. He loves the Leopard. VZ55 and TVP, of course. They're both fun to play. CS63, the 60 TP I do not recommend because I've seen people dominate with it, but it's quite sluggish. Gun handling is not so good, and the gun control you. No, I do not recommend. Let's see, UDIS 1516. Stay away from Kranwagen and Stridsvagn 103B. The Tier 9 is better, in my opinion. And last but not least, Minotauro and Progetto 65. Rinoceronte, nope. Oh, and on a note, to be fair and objective, the Lion, even though I called out Wargaming for this ridiculous scam of tailing people's resources, is fun to play. Okay, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. It's a fun tank to play. Okay. Of course, sometimes the gun control you. It doesn't have the best gun handling, but it is fun to play. Okay. I have seen many replays. Some CCs play it. It's a good tank. It's great fun. It could dominate on the battlefield, but it was too expensive. I could have gotten it, but I didn't. Okay? Because I do not like to be scammed. And having said that, this ends the video series. Sorry if it took that long, but I had to do it all the tanks. And I guess 570 tanks is not enough to have all the tanks. Oh well, whatever. I'm missing like 200. No, not 200. Anyway, less than 200. Maybe 150. This is going to be the end of the series. And right after this, I am going to make a short video highlighting the worst tanks in the game, normal tanks, tech tree tanks, as well as premium tanks, and why you should avoid them. It's going to be a much shorter video. But let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, and if it helped you out, and if you agree, you disagree, why not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And I will see you guys on the next one.